Hello everybody, I've been promising it for a long time and it's about time I delivered on my promise. This is how to post a load from the desktop. So if you're driving a van but you've got a cousin or a mate, or you might have your own customers and they ring you up and they go, I need a van, picking up from here, delivering to there. You should have it. If you've got an idea of how much it's going to cost them, you can give them a ballpark, or you might just want to charge them regardless, or you can turn around and go, I'll put the load out and I'll get back to you, which is when they say, I'm just going to get back to my customer, that's what they mean. So if we look at the screen now, when you log into the CX, you'll come across this. This is the dashboard. But it doesn't matter where on the CX you are, whether you're on the dashboard or whether you're on sort of quotes or diaries. Doesn't matter where you are, you'll see this thing here at the top, this yellow thing, this yellow tag, and it says post load. So what we do, it's very user friendly. Click on that and it will come up with this. Now I tend to let's ignore that for the beginning. This is the second one down. This is the main thing that you're on the collapsible menus. This is the one, the pickup details. So let's say we're picking up from us, Vango Transport, and I'm going to give the address of the yard where we park the lorries, LU62JX. That's the business park. So there you go, we can click on that and that will come up with there, Vango Transport, Dunstable. Now it says underneath, do you want some additional information? Say for example, you're on a business park but you want to give it a unit number, because there could be a lot of units on the park. So what we're going to put a unit number in, unit 69. It's my favourite number. It's the year I was born. Don't know what you were thinking of. And then there's the time you want it be collected. So I'm going to say that I want it collected. I'm making this video at 4:30. So between 4:30 and 5:30. Or I could say I want it collected today at 5 o'clock. You know, like that. Or you could say I need it collected before 6. Any time before 6, as long as it's before 6. So we'll go between now and like between 5 and 6. All right. Then the next bit on the other side is who you're delivering to. Now for this I picked my favourite pub, which is where you will always find me on a Christmas Eve, the Bricklayers Arms. And then under contacts, I've got a postcode. I have to Google this. LU20DD, and it comes up with Hightown Road, Luton, which is exactly where the Bricklayers Arms is. And if you wanted to put some extra information, like it's on the corner, you could say, for example, opposite the kebab house, because it is. Well, it's around the corner. Good kebab house too. So there you go. So that's where it's going from, when you want it collected, where it's going to. Now we go down to the next bit, job details. Suggested vehicle. I'm going to assume it's a bottle of beer. So we're just going to book it in a small van. You don't need a big van for a bottle of beer. And then body type and all that kind of stuff doesn't really matter. You know, if it's got to be a tipper or a curtain side, mostly it's going to be non-applicable. And then finally, underneath here in the notes, you can write information like call Pete 10 minutes before you get there so that he can be there to open up the load and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to write, please do not bid on this job. On this job, it's for demonstration, because I hate them. One of the reasons I didn't do this video before is because people can go, oh, I'll get that job, oh, that's handy, that'll take me home, I'll get that one. So we go with that one. And then underneath here you've got other things like smart alerts, notified documents. Don't tend to mess around with any of those. You can worry about them later, if at all. But something that I do also find useful, at the very, very top, it says customer private. Only you can see these details. So what I will do is say, for example, your customer is Alison, because she runs a Bricklayers Arms. She's great. And then it'll be the price that I give Alison. So say, for example, Alison's asked me to do a job, and I go, yeah, I can do that, Alison, and it's going to cost you 50 quid. Knowing I'm pretty much going to get bids in between 20 and 40, I'll type £50 in there. And then when I come to do the invoicing later on, if I've forgotten how much I said I've got to charge Alison, it's on there. And then we just go down the bottom and we go post load. And it now says, do you want to cancel if not sold? Or advertise the job in 30 minutes, repost. I tend to go to repost, because that means if the job hasn't gone in half an hour's time, it automatically pings up again at the top. and you go, oh right, rather than getting lost in the swash somewhere down beneath, it pings it back to the top. It might grab people's attention again, and then you click save, and when you click save, it'll bring you up to this map. And I never worry about the map. That's in case you want to zoom in, see if there's a van in the area, and ring them up and go, I've got a load coming up. It doesn't tend to work so well. It tends to be us bidding on jobs that we see rather than the other way around. So just close that one down, and that will now be bid. That will now be live. And if we go to the diary here, click on that, you'll see that one come up somewhere down here. It's Addison. There you go, transport, Unit 69 Dunstable, Bricklayers Arms, 50 quid. And then also, if you go to quotes, here, you see quotes that are coming in, and they're coming in, even though I've asked them not to do it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to quickly cancel that one off, so no one gets upset. And yeah, so that's how to post a load on a computer. I'll also get around to showing you how to post a load on the phone, and all the other bits and pieces that you learn when you're working in the office. The peek behind the velvet curtain of, you know, the behind the scenes stuff when you're running a van on a Courier Exchange. This is what the shippers do to take care and take money.